Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero, and we're back again with a different type of video talking about the new enforcement strike system that Microsoft and Xbox are now introducing on the Xbox platform. It's a pretty short read, so we'll get right into it. Xbox introduces the enforcement strike system. Xbox's new enforcement strike system educates players about enforcement severity, cumulative effect of multiple enforcements, and the total impact on their standing. Players can receive a total of 8 strikes. Each strike remains on record for 6 months. Each strike results in a suspension from Xbox's social features for varying lengths of time. Every player will be given a blank slate or 0 strikes. Previous enforcements must still be completed. They're, of course, doing this for the players that are offended by everything. Because we went from a world where we played Modern Warfare 2 and Halo 3 and heard everything in the book to now everything's offensive and everything is bad for the world, and now people can't just talk and chat. Well, they have party chats nowadays, so nowadays it really doesn't matter. We are constantly improving our safety measures and bringing more systems and tools in place that empower players to respectfully interact with one another, because everyone deserves a place to comfortably be themselves online, free from this and this. One of the most common questions we get from players through feedback posts and appeals is how repeated enforcements impact their gameplay, how they escalate, what they escalate to, and how they know when their account is back in good standing. To help address this, we are enforcing a new enforcement strike system. Because these types of strike systems have never been abused on any other platforms like YouTube or Twitch or any of those other like live streaming and video platforms before. The new system attaches strikes to every enforcement ranging in severity based on inappropriate activity. Each player will now have a view of their enforcement history, including strikes and the overall impact these have on their player record. This revised system gives players a better understanding of enforcement severity and the cumulative effect of multiple enforcements. Enforcement transparency is about giving players clarity into how their behavior impacts their experience. Our content moderation efforts are not changing as a result of the new enforcement strike system. As always, when a player believes they have witnessed a violation of their community standards, we encourage them to report. All reports are evaluated. There are no automated enforcement actions. I'm sure there's a lot of automated stuff going on, because with all the players there are on Xbox, I don't think there are enough human people, or humans I should say, that work for the Xbox enforcement team or whatever they're called to go through every single report that's put out on the platform. Based only on the fact that a report was made, no volume of inaccurate reports results in an enforcement. Only reports that have been reviewed by the Xbox safety team, so there's the name, and determined to be accurate result in an enforcement. With the new system, enforcements will also include strikes based on the severity of their actions. The system is similar to demerit strikes used in driver's license systems in many countries. For example, a player that has received 2 strikes will be suspended from the platform for 1 day, whereas a player that receives 4 strikes will be suspended for 7 days. Players have a total of 8 strikes, and once reached will be suspended from Xbox's social features like messaging, parties, and party chat, multiplayer, and others for 1 year from the enforcement date. All strikes received stay on a player's record for 6 months. Today, players will begin with a blank slate or 0 strikes. Any previous enforcements such as suspensions must still be completed. No enforcements as of today will result in strikes. With these changes, Xbox is evolving enforcement to focus on protecting players. No, you're protecting people's fifis getting hurt by words they don't like, because one of your many examples is hate speech, which is just speech people don't like or speech that people are offended by, but whatever. This is why even suspended accounts remain functional for single-player experiences, and players now lose access to purchased content. However, for the most serious violations, including illegal activity, which that part makes sense, Xbox retains the ability to permanently suspend all functionality of an account, including access to purchases, which I feel is BS. If I purchased a game or purchased content, I should be allowed to use it no matter what, because I already paid for it and it's mine. But then again, at the end of the day, digital licenses are not exactly owned by you. So this over here, I'm gonna have to zoom in on this so you can see it better. It says profanity right here, you get 1 strike. Cheating, you get 1 strike. Inappropriate stuff, +2. Harassment or bullying, +2. And then right here it says hate speech, 3. You get 3 strikes for hate speech. And then they try to explain it with this weird graph that you could, of course, appeal everything, and you get minus strikes, and the strikes go away after 6 months. 1 strike, I guess. Strike removed from suspension, 2 due to aging out. And it says right here, if you have 1 strike, you're suspended for a day. 2 strikes, 1 day. 3 strikes, 3 days. 4 strikes, 7 days. 5 strikes, 14 days. 6 strikes, 21 days. 7 strikes, 60 days. 8 strikes, you're banned for a year. And it says right here, all strikes stay on record for 6 months. So, essentially, again, this is definitely not going to be abused or anything. Just like any other strike system on any other type of platform that has a strike system, is definitely won't be abused at all. And this is what is going to drive players to not want to communicate with anybody, because you can basically be reported for anything that people don't like. This is why it's a good thing party chats exist, because no one's going to be in a game chat, because they might find literally anything offensive to them, and then they'll report you for it. In 2022, fewer than 1% of all players received a temporary suspension, and only 1/3 of those received a second. Our data shows us that players, that's because, again, nobody's in game chat anymore, shows us that players typically stop inappropriate behavior after 1 enforcement. I don't think so. Quickly learning what is and is not acceptable based on the Xbox community standards and how to better engage on our platform. The strike system is designed to further empower players to mass flag, to engage positively and appropriately on Xbox and with the community. We'll share data and updates on our biannual transparency report. Below is a visual what players will see in their enforcement history. This is, of course, 1 to 8 strikes. It gives you this to look at, tells you why. You're eligible for an appeal, of course. Only suspensions you've completed and previous are expired. Like before, players will still have the ability to appeal eligible enforcements. Where applicable, if an enforcement is reversed, the corresponding strike will be removed. Yeah, again, this is the type of thing that will be completely abused, on top of the fact that they added recording, voice recording, so now you can record people. It's like, again, nobody is going to play with anyone. No one's going to talk to anyone. People are gonna be afraid to say anything now, because anything could be considered hate speech, because it's all there's no such thing as hate speech. It's just speech I don't like, is all hate speech really is. Just speech I don't like. Honestly, I don't give a crap what anybody says online. They're just words, and they don't bother me. They don't do anything to me. I grew up playing Modern Warfare 2 and Halo 3, where they said the most heinous things to me and other people, and we just learned to grow thicker skin. At the end of the day, like I said already, I feel like this will be completely abused to all hell, and we'll just have to wait and see how this all plays out. Sorry. So, thank you all for checking out this video. I know it's a different video from what I normally do, but I do want to start doing more gaming news videos, as well as the typical Rippaverse Detractor videos. So I thank you all for watching. If you did watch this video and you liked it, hit the like button. Comment below what you feel about all this. If you feeling willing, you can always drop a super thanks. I'm hoping to do a live stream very soon, so we can celebrate together as streamer and viewers and fans for 1K subs and monetization. Comment below what you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content like this. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all that we get notifications anytime I post a new video. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.